Hey, good evening, Rain Nation, North America. Welcome to a special edition of our Leadership Academy. We're not going to do our normal format tonight. We're just going to do the leadership training, and because we're going to focus on the topic of how you close 2025 strong and how you can maintain volume and even start some momentum over the holiday period, which is normally a real downtime for people who don't prepare ahead of time. So let's talk about this end of the year energy vortex, which sucks volume into a black hole for people who don't plan ahead. Number one thing you should know about how to prevent this is build a solid customer base. The Rain Rewards program is beautiful for you, just beautiful as a associate, because they handle the orders, the shipping, the sales tax, the everything, all of the logistics. And they've created this nice rewarding incentive bridge that keeps people on subscription all the time because they're always building up benefits that will get them future a discount off the products. And so what happens is when you've got 5 people and then you kind of create, retail customers who aren't building the business, they're just customers who want to use the products. Your team kind of replicates that. And as your business matures and you have 10 retail customers, your people will replicate that as well. Soon it might be 25. Here's one of the dynamics that I notice. Like for me, the best week of each month is usually the first week. I think I just have a lot of people who set up their auto ship for their subscription for the first week, whether associates or customers. I think both, just like every first of the month or every third of the month or whatever. So I love that week because we'll close out the week on Tuesday at midnight. I'll log on early in the morning on Wednesday and I'll be 80% to bronze executive, or sometimes by 9 a.m. I'm already bronze executive and I'm 72% towards silver. And then other weeks it takes me till Thursday for that to happen, or the worst week of the month might be till Friday. But my goal, when I'm trying to build a more strong, viable customer base, and as I see my team do the same thing, is I eventually just want to wake up every Wednesday morning and already be qualified at least gold executive. Because and the reason why customers are so important in this dynamic is because customer volume doesn't hit peaks and valleys. Recruiting's hit peaks and valleys, like this period we're about to go into here. Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, Three Kings Day, holiday shopping, holiday parties, office parties. It's just extra traffic. There's so many distractions that many organizations see, wow, that's a really slow time for recruiting. Then you'll see, like at the start of January, that's a peak time for recruiting. People love to start new ventures, make new commitments to their future and their success with their New Year's resolutions. So that's a peak. End of December might be a valley. The thing with customer volume, it's very constant. Doesn't matter what the season is, what the holidays are. Build a good customer base and you will eliminate a lot of the valley problems. The next thing to think about is how you close one period is how you open the other one. Plain and simple. How you close the week every Tuesday with the energy and the focus and the business driving that you do, that's how you open up on Wednesday. And how you close out December 2024 is going to dramatically impact what happens to your business for 2025 in January. Because here's what you see. If you have a great January, you have a great first quarter. If you have a great first quarter, you have a great second quarter. If you have a great first half of the year, you have a great year. It does create ripple effects, and it kind of builds on itself. So now I'm going to talk about North America, but I want you to think about your teams in other parts of the world. And for our teams from other parts of the world who are watching this, you will relate it to how it is in your, where you operate or where your teams operate. So for here in North America, we have a huge segment that is, they call it the Judeo-Christian calendar. So Hanukkah, Christmas, we can look at this vortex of December 15-ish to the day after New Year's. Now, Mexico, a little poquito diferente, porque it's a big deal there, the Three Kings holiday. So that slow period for many people down there goes from December 15th-ish to after the Three Kings Day, which sometimes is January 3rd or 4th or 5th. So it goes even then. Now, why I say model this to your market, if you're building in Asia, Christmas and Hanukkah is not a big thing there, but there are other faiths that have holidays and holiday times of year, and you program around them. Same, like even in Europe with the fall, September, some countries, August, some countries are just huge months for vacation. It could be downtime. So you want to plan for those the way here in North America, we plan for this December 15th to early January. Now, two last really important things, and then I want to give you a checklist for how to navigate your way through this. But these two things, they're kind of foundational in terms of how you approach the checklist, your mindset, and the business. First of them, during these type of downtimes, when a lot of the world takes off, I want you to understand that you putting 1 hour into focused recruiting activity is the equivalent of doing 2 or 3 hours work any other time of year. Because there are so many people, we compete with a lot of other direct selling companies, a lot of other side gig opportunities, a lot of other distractions for people's time, right? And so a lot of those, quote, competitors, they shut down December 10th and they don't wake up till January 5th. If you are out there planting seeds, making contacts, this can it can be double or triple the effect, because even though you're doing the same amount of work as always, your competitors are doing less. And then the other thing here is, don't over-index on recruiting at the wrong times. When you have everybody gathered around the Hanukkah festival of lights or the, Christmas dinner, that's not the time to be prospecting Aunt Gertrude. It's just not appropriate. So don't, invite people over for Christmas dinner, and then after they finish the meal, you pop out the TV and hit the VCR and you're playing the Check Out the Biz video. That's not the appropriate time. But what you want to teach your people to do is plant seeds, develop those relationships, find out more about the needs of people, Ask them, what are they planning for the new year? What did they like about this year? What did they not like about this year? What do they want to do different next year? And then these are great moments for setting up appointments. Like for me, January 2nd is always a huge contact day for me because I've been setting up appointments, just checking in with people during the holidays, during gatherings, my league softball party or dinner parties, and people who are telling me, yeah, well, I'm, thinking of, I don't really like my job. I'm thinking of doing something different next year. And I'm like, I'm not trying to present there in the middle of the dinner party, but I'll say, hey, you know, hit me on WhatsApp. Let me send you my card. Let's talk. I've got something that I think you might want to look at. And let's set up something for right after the holidays. And then I'll book it for January 2nd. So when you do that, you can really come out of the gate strong and you can keep momentum going during a slower time. And there are just there's also, I'm telling you, there's wide open opportunities there. Like the week between Christmas and New Year, there are a lot of people who take time off of work and they would watch a leadership academy that week. They would watch a Be the Breakthrough that week. I did a incredible meeting one year on New Year's Day. I was actually in Hawaii on vacation. I had a nice team there. And my personal guy there told me, hey, you're here. What about New Year's Day? Everybody has they're hungover, they sleep late, whatever, and they just kind of watch football in the daytime. Could we do something at my house and we did a thing in his house and he had like 15 people there like late afternoon on New Year's Day. So those opportunities are there if you're open for them. All right, let's go into the checklist, and I want to see you do this every year. Really, I mean, I would just suggest kind of block it in your calendar every year. And this year is even a little late for me to be sharing this with you. I suggest you kind of start this the middle of November. All right, so I want to give you 10 action items for closing out 2024 strong, and more importantly, opening up 2025 with a bang. Number one, you look at the promos, contests, and other incentives going on. Like be sure, be on the Be the Breakthrough on this Saturday. Elise is going to be on. She's going to be talking about this Go for the Gold promotion. And we've got some other things, that rank advancement promotions going on right now. How versed are you in those? How committed are you? How much are you gunning for those? How much are you talking to your team about them? That can keep people going through the holidays. The second thing is look for what promos could you do for holiday product gift giving. In other words, there are certain people that I think, athletic people, if you gave them for their holiday present a jar of beet, a box of Soul and a box of Soul Red, if they're really a serious athlete, and then you kind of shared with them how the Soul and the Soul Red lowers the inflammation, and how the beet and product just does that nitric oxide boost, whatever that is called, opening up the blood vessels and increasing the oxygen in the blood and the circulation. I mean, people who do any kind of serious athletics, they will notice the difference. And if you gave that to them as their, high performance 2025 package, that could be a cool thing. So talk about stuff like that. Other, products that you think make great gifts, be talking to your team about that, because there is certainly some good volume that can come from holiday gifts of the products which can lead to great continuing volume for the products in 2025 and beyond. Number three, just make it a focus from now to the end of the month to develop more customers, because people who may not be, who think they're a little too frazzled and they don't want to look at a business presentation, they're always looking for more energy, or they want to feel stronger. They have digestive issues, and if they tried Pure, it would transform their life. Remember, because customer volume, it doesn't peak and valley, it's consistent. So kind of make a concerted effort to develop some new customers over the course of the rest of the month. Number four is a business thing. Check your status in the airline frequent flyer programs and the hotel frequent guest programs. So like me, I've already reached the, what is it, platinum medallion on Delta, I think, and something else, the other one on American, but there's one higher level of American that, one more trip and I'll achieve that. And their program doesn't end in December. It ends like February or something. So I'll make sure I hit that level. I'll make sure that one of my trips gets booked there. And sometimes, listen to this now, sometimes it makes sense to book a trip at the end of the year just to get the mileage. We call these mileage run trips, because there are so many benefits based on the tier status you achieve in your frequent flyer program, in terms of upgrades and checked luggage and no fees and being able to rebook without fees, things like that. So when you become a leader, you really want to play the travel warrior game. And that means knowing how to use the credit card programs, the frequent flyer programs, the frequent guest programs. So every November or so, I do an inventory. Where am I at on all of these programs, and what's the next rank or incentive I could get to? Number 5 on the list is plan your trips for the first quarter. I already have trips booked to return to Italy, to return to Bulgaria, to go to Turkey, and somewhere else, right? That I've booked already for next year, because my teams there are already working the campaigns. So think about this. Book those dates, get those events that you want to, areas that you want to invest in a team and go visit there. Book them now and get them working on a campaign for that. Number 6 is make any smart investments now in this tax year. Like, I've already bought tickets for most of those trips for next year, and I might buy for all of them. Or you need a new printer or a new laptop or something like that. It might talk, I'm not a tax advisor. I don't give tax advice. So talk to your accountant or your tax advisor or whoever and see. That's number 6, is what are things that you should invest in now, including tickets to the rain events. You're going to buy a block of 10 tickets for the grand opening of Italy, or your block of 25 tickets for the grand opening of Bulgaria. It might make sense for you to buy them now and start help you build your campaign. Number 7, update your dream board, or sometimes I call this my prosperity manifestation map. In my case, it's a bulletin board. You get a piece of stock from the art supply store, and you just fill it with images of things you want to do, have, and become. Images of your dreams. Because every time you see them, even when it's just out of the peripheral vision, it implants an impression on your subconscious mind. And the more your subconscious mind gets programmed to achieve those things, the greater your likelihood of doing them. Number 8 is schedule for you guys in other areas or your teams in other areas. Schedule a training of doing exactly this training we're doing right now. Or if the market speaks English, and just forward them this, the replay on this. Say, hey, I want everyone to watch this training. We're going to talk about it afterward. And if your market only speaks whatever language, then you take your notes through here, create your outline, and do this training with your team so you get everybody bought into a closing out the year strong. Because remember, how you close 24 is how you're going to open 25. 9 and 10, these are the big ones. Number 9 is identify 4 or 5 Jedi Padawan on your team that you believe 2025 could be their breakout year. And let them know that you've identified them, and you're going to be giving them extra love and attention, and you want to help them reach their dreams in 2025. And really give them some extra help during that first quarter and really help them kick off the year strong. But get their commitment. They have to show you. Remember, it's a chess match. You make a move, they make a move. You don't make 2 moves in a row. They show you you're serious, then you know, hey, this is someone that deserves my personal attention. And finally, number 10, recruit. Recruit, recruit. Look very seriously at your list. Look very seriously at those opportunities for the next month. Who could you bring in that you could get started in December, get trained in December, maybe get them to senior partner in December so that they just come out of the gate January 2025 Mach 2 with their hair on fire. All right, that's the checklist. I hope you will really take it to heart and put it into practice. I can tell you, I do this every year. This is my focus. This is how I always close the year strong, and I always open the next year strong. And it just creates this vicious cycle of prosperity. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday for the Be the Breakthrough. Peace.
Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside. So shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright